Hey, PokeMoshPit, what's going on? For the 99.9% of you that don't know me, my name is MasterLucario, and this is my first upload to the MoshPit channel. Anyway, a couple quick facts about me. I've been battling for about 4 years and uploading to YouTube for about 2. And this was a battle against a guy named FreddiGuntair from the Smogon forums. And if you look at his team preview, you see 4 out of his 6 guys are weak to grass, so my tank growth, as you saw, could be a huge asset. Alright, let's get into the match. Mamoswine lead versus my Nidoqueen lead. I was expecting him to set up Stealth Rocks as first turn, like I'm going to do in a minute. But he instead goes right for the Earthquake, and I think I'm going to switch out here because Nidoqueen still has enough health to maybe be useful later. We'll see how the match goes. And he makes a prediction and goes for the Stealth Rocks on my switch to my Tangrowth. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock off his Focus Sash, which is pretty useless because I broke his Sash anyway. He's going to keep trying to Ice Shard to try to put some dents into me, but I'm going to miss the Power Whip. And here's a little preview, guys. Hacks is going to be a huge thing here this match. And the moral of this battle is that no matter how much hacks you get, you can still make it a good battle. Okay, so Slowbro switching on my Leech Seed, and he knows he really can't do too much to me, so he's going to double switch back out to that Mamoswine, and it seems like he wants to let that go because, as he noticed earlier, it wasn't really doing too much. So I was going to knock off that Slowbro's leftovers, which would have been very helpful later in the match, as you'll see. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and Ice Shard again. And I'm just going to nail him with a Power Whip, and that'll be the end of that. Alright, so he's down 5-6 very early on, and I've still got most of my guys in pretty good health range. He brings in that Nidoking now, so I don't want to take like a Flamethrower or an Ice Beam or a Fire Blast or whatever they run, but this one looks a little different. He runs Blizzard, so what first thing popped into my mind is like he runs all 3 of the Thunder, Fire Blast, Blizzard combo. So I protect to see if my prediction is true, and he does go for the Thunder. And I don't know how much of an asset Shell Shocker will be later, so I'm going to switch out here, back out to my Nidoqueen, because, yeah, maybe hope for a Blizzard miss, and then I can hit it with an Earthquake. So he goes for the Thunder. Doesn't affect me, obviously. And I forgot about Earth Power, and he's going to easily be able to take me out, so I'm down to Nidoqueen. So that guy pretty much just killed off his mate. Have fun having sex later. Oh well. First time out comes out my Gardevoir, and I'm going to double switch because I checked up on that thing's speed, and it's actually faster than me. But he also decides to switch, probably maybe knowing he can't take me out because Gardevoirs are pretty bulky. Brings out his Milotic onto my Tangrowth, and I feel like, yeah, he's going to go for the Ice Beam, and that's going to hurt a lot, as you'll see, yeah, because Tangrowth has bad special defense, and I get the freeze, and I was ready to, like, rage quit here, not really, but I get the one-turn thought, and I'm like, alright then, and I'm going to get the Leech Seed off, and switch back out here to Blastoise to take an Ice Beam, the obvious one, and yeah. So I don't really expect him to stay in, so I'm going to go for the Toxic, hopefully hitting something. But it misses, and I didn't really care about the Marvel Scale as I got off that thing's leftovers. And being a boss, I'm going to predict that Nidoking coming back in, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for the Surf, and that's going to easily take that out. Right? No. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you should always put 4 EVs onto your Blastoise's special attack. So, perfect. And looking at my Blastoise now, I see that he really isn't going to be that useful later because taking out Nidoking was pretty much his only job. So I'm just going to sack him, which is sad because, I don't know, I like Blastoise. Who doesn't? He's pretty cool. So Gardevoir is going to come back out and going to trace that Sheer Force. And it turns out I will be faster, so I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just going to finish that thing off. So, still doing pretty good. I think the score's at like 5-4 now. And out comes out a Zoomerol that I saw, and I was sort of worried about that. So I go out to Tangrowth, and he predicts that, and switches out into his Electivire. But he was probably predicting a Thunderbolt from my Gardevoir to get the Motor Drive, but I gotta get out of here because I know that thing can really hurt. So I got to my Rhyperior and Ice Punch. I'm like, oh, Solid Rock, I should take this fairly well, and I do. I'm like, okay, but there's the freeze again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, think how many times you get a freeze in one match, then think how many times you get two. And he's gonna go for the Earthquake, and it's not gonna, I'm still gonna live, but I'm still frozen. So I'm gonna switch out here, expecting another Earthquake. I'm gonna go back into Tangrowth, but instead he's gonna go for the Ice Punch, and that is really gonna hurt. So here I'm like, okay, I gotta make a comeback here. This thing could totally destroy me if I'm not smart. So I go for the Sleep Powder, hoping to like put it to sleep, then maybe I could wear it down with a couple Power Whips. But out comes the Milotic, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can stay in here and like Power Whip it a couple times, I think. But he instead uses Sleep Talk. I'm like, crap. But he gets the Surf, so huge sigh of relief. And no, I don't go for the Power Whip. Leech Seed, which will be nice for a couple extra points back. Alright, so that's going to be that. And I got to get out of here because I really don't want him getting the Sleep Talk Ice Beam. And then here, he makes an awesome prediction of knowing that he'll wake up, and he predicts that and goes for the Ice Beam. But Gardevoir can take that. And so I'm going to take some more Leech Seed. And I don't run Thunderbolt on this thing, I run Focus Blast. So I can't just hit that thing with a couple Thunderbolts. So I'm going to Surf. No, Psychic. Yeah, I'm going to Psychic. He's going to Surf. There we go. And I'm going to take a couple more Leech Seed. And he's just going to stay in here and let me sack that. So I'm like, that's fine by me. You want to lose that? Fine by me. I don't like those things in the first place. I love using them. I hate facing them. Azumarill comes back out. And here I'm going to go out to S&M predicting the Aqua Jet. But he decides to be smart. Sees that coming. And he goes for the Ice Punch. And that is really going to put a hurting on me. So I gotta switch out here because I don't want to take another. So I go out to Magmortar, gonna take the Ice Punch really well. Well, actually, no, not really. And I'm gonna predict that Electivire to come back in, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Specs Magmortar Focus Blast has Electivire's name written all over it. Means one hit knockout, even though it was already weak. I'm patting myself on the back because I'm in a great spot. That thing comes back out, so I'm going to switch out knowing I can take a couple more. I can take one more Stealth Rock damage, bring out Rhyperior to pretty much Death Fodder, but he goes for the Calm Mind. I'm like, crap, if this guy wants to set up on me, I'll be screwed. So I'm like praying for the Thaw, and thankfully the Hax gods like me and they give it to me, and I Mega Horn, and I'm gonna hurt that, and he didn't see me unfreezing, so he's gonna go for the Calm Mind. He's at +2. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna be able to stay in here, finish it off with another Mega Horn, and everything's gonna be fine, right? Wrong. Missed the Mega Horn. He gets the slack off, and I'm just gotta pretty much deal with this thing with my Tangrowth now. But I actually have another idea. I'm going to go for the Mega Horn, get as much damage on that as possible, and he's going to go ahead and use the Scald, and that'll obviously take out my Rhyperior. No Solid Rock could save me there. So I decided to bring out my Magmortar back again, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why Specs Magmortar is better than Scarf Magmortar. +2 defense, Slowbro, Calm Mind, almost finishes off with a Specs Thunderbolt, and I'm not even max special attack. So he's going to get the slack off again, and I'm just going to keep firing Thunderbolts, hoping for a Paralyzed one of the times, and there you go! What do you know? He's going to slack off again, get back most of his health, and now one of these turns, I'm really hoping he gets that Para-Hacks, which he will this turn, so I'm going to be able to finish this off. That Azumarill is going to come in, Aqua Jet, finish me, going to bring in Tangrowth, and no number of Aqua Jets can finish off Tangrowth anytime soon. So Gonna finish that and go out to Tangrowth and finish up the match. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Once again, my name is Master Lucario. My channel link will be in the description. I really hope you guys check me out. Not really too different than any other YouTuber you've probably seen, but I really hope you can find something you like me. If you like heavy metal music, you'll like my battles, as I like to add that to them. Maybe even put them in the background of some of my narrations. I don't narrate a lot, but hell, maybe more support. Maybe I will. So, thank you for watching, everybody, once again. Good game, my opponent, and maybe I'll see you guys later, alright? Have a good day, PokeMoshPit. Peace.